on this computer. Cool. All right, kia ora, welcome everyone. Kia ora is actually a Maori greeting. In New Zealand, we say kia ora instead of hello. So kia ora everyone, welcome to our Fierce Young Self-Compassion meditation session today. And today we're going to spend 1 hour together, basically going through a few meditations together with Laura, but at the same time, really just talking about the young side of self-compassion a bit more, because I know when it comes to the field of self-compassion, the yin side has been talked about quite a bit. But actually the yang side, I think, is also quite critical when it comes to keeping the balance of your personal growth. So yeah, hopefully we're all going to enjoy the session today, and feel free to chit chat. We wouldn't call ourselves like the domain expert, but we're more like a facilitator and kind of drawing out some thoughts and ideas in people, and we can maybe all share our stories together, and yeah, just enjoy a cozy, calm night or afternoon at your place. All right, so we're gonna start with a short meditation, which will be led by Laura. And both Laura and I will introduce ourselves after this meditation. And now hand it over to you, Laura.
Thanks so much, Ciao. Very pleasure to be here and to meet also new friends. So as actually, before getting into this topic, conversation, sharing, let's get a moment for ourselves and be centered in the moment, the present moment that you are now. And I will invite you, guiding you through this meditation, which is embracing life with a smile, that I pick up from Tara Brach, if someone knows her. And a smile that can be the smile that is a kind of way to awaken up our capacity for unconditional friendliness to our life made of yang and made of yin, made of tenderness, made of strength. So everything's part of our life, how to embrace that. So I invite you to sitting comfortably, closing your eyes, get in touch with the natural rhythm of your breathing, and let the breathing help you to relax. Feeling the breathing into your nose, going down to your throat, shoulder, chest. Most important is to allow yourself to relax any tension or tightness that you feel in this moment. It's a safe place we are now. We are practicing together. Let's become aware also of the space around you. Maybe some sounds, some music, as I am now, my surrounding, some smell. But be aware where you are in this moment, in your sofa, in your chair, or maybe on the floor. Be aware about your surrounding, aware about your body. Let's visualize a smile. Any kind of smile, shape you want to give a smile. Can be the mild smile of the Buddha, can be the smile of a close friend, the smiling to you. Can be your smile when you offer your smile to yourself. And shape out this smile that will be with you for all the practice. And observe the sense of kindness, easiness that might arise with you, with the idea of having a smile, receiving a smile, offering a smile, embody a smile. I invite you to have this smile on the corner of your eyes, over your eyes, and sensing how your eyes are maybe opening up, moving, by having this smile on themselves. Maybe they feel like a sensation of be brighter, be more open, bigger, calm. You might observe how is the right smile, the right eyes, compared to the left eyes. Visualize the smile and how around your eyes. And slowly invite the smile to reach your mouth, the corner of your lips. You can literally also rising up the corner of your lips in a smile shape. And just savoring the feeling of a kind, tender smile surrounding your lips. You might also feel the sensation of a smile inside your mouth, out of your mouth. You can play a little bit with your smile over your teeth and just allow yourself to sense how is when my mouth is smiling. Does it look the same as my eyes are smiling? Different? Just play a little bit. Let the smile traveling down to your chest, the area around the chest, up to your shoulder. And you might see the smile getting bigger, so your chest getting more open, so sensation of expansion into your room, the room where you are now. Sensation of inclusiveness, acceptance. The smile can get bigger and bigger and fill up your chest. And how is to get my chest smiling? Does it affect the smile of my eyes? Does it affect the muscle of my face? Just sense that, observe what is happening to me, having the smile in my chest. And let's go to your heart and fill up the heart with a smile. The heart, you can have the rage, hatred, hostility, but a smile is coming and can nourish them with love, compassion, empathy, generosity. How is the heart resonating of having a smile there? Your smile, or someone that you love and provided you a smile. Sensation of openness, kindness, easiness. And just savor the beauty of having a smile into your body. The smile that going down to your chest, to your navel, into your pelvis. You might also be willing to get a smile reaching your hands. Your hands, wherever they are now, maybe they are moving a little bit, opening up, relaxing down to your legs. You get a smile rolling down, slowly rolling down to your feet. Your feet might touch in the floor. Allow yourself to rest, to have a pause in this spatial and kind awareness of be filled up by a smile. Just ask yourself how will be when tough emotions, hard emotions arise. Can I embrace them with me on my smile? Can I fill up my body with a smile? a smile which is unconditional, unfair, which can embrace everything because it's providing you calm, tenderness, softness. Slowly go back to your breathing, embedded by a smile. And follow your normal, natural breathing in and breathing out, a smile. Again, breathing in a smile and breathing out a smile. Slowly getting back to our session. Gently open your eyes if you feel ready to open your eyes. Showing up with a smile on your screen.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate it. I do feel a lot calmer and relaxed afterwards.
So I am. Thank you. It was also very useful to me. Thank you.
Okay, right. So yeah, after the meditation, I think, would you like to just take some time and introduce yourself to us a little bit?
Sure. If everyone is is ready for that, or maybe they need some more few minutes to get back.
Sure.
Right. Yeah. I will get short. I'm based in Beijing. My family is based in Beijing, and I've been, as if showing my picture, I'm a playful person, so I like to play in order to provide, to integrate joy, smile, and love and into my body. And my way of be coaching and my coach is really embody sensation, emotions, and embody transformation also. So
what does it mean exactly by embodied transformation? Do you want to just explain a bit more about that?
Right, thank you. Embodied transformation means that we have been taught or told that we need to behave in this way, on the other way. We have some limited belief. They are conditioning our life. So how to change this belief is not just matter that you're reading a book or someone is telling you, but it's really try to with the physical action to change something. And it's a journey, as we talk, it's a long journey, it's practice. And I realized that is helpful. You can do. So my way of getting also coaching the people through somatic and mindfulness is because I made, and as I made, I can I try to support people to do the same or their way, but be there. So that's what I'm thinking about transformations, right?
Yeah.
And we found out, me and Ciao, to have common ideas, values. And then when you proposed to me to be co-facilitator in this a beautiful series of sessions, no doubt about that.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm also a very big fan of mindfulness coaching as well as mindfulness practice itself. So yeah, here's a brief introduction about me. Sorry, it's in Mandarin, but basically it's telling you that I'm a personal development coach, and I've gone through quite a few challenges in life and got in touch with mindfulness way of living. And then really it transformed my life in so many different ways and helped me to go through so many challenges and difficulties in life. And of course, self-compassion practice also part of it. Mindfulness, living in a mindful way is the core foundation of self-compassion anyway. So yeah, I guess there are so many different benefits or ways or different methods to practice mindfulness. And when it comes to coaching, really, I've personally experienced that the magical power of mindfulness, as well as seeing that on my clients. Sometimes when you're doing coaching sessions and you really pause and ask the clients to feel how they feel in the body.
Yes.
Start getting connected, and then the epiphany happens, and that transformation gets transcended, kind of being experienced in a way. And once they have that experience, they'll always remember that, and there's a reference point to go back to. And just sometimes the magic really happens. It's lovely. So I think it's a really nice opportunity and great honor to have you in the session and just explore that together with us.
Thank you. Pleasure. Really is grateful.
And last time we were talking mainly about the inside of yin. We call it like yin and yang, like inside of self-compassion, which we talked a lot about, comforting, soothing, validating, how you talk to yourself when we are going through hardship. And I remember last time in the group, actually, there was one person saying, when you are using self-compassion to deal with challenges in life, isn't it like showing your weakness?
Yes, exactly. Oh, sorry, Joe, interrupt. There is Wilson said that you cannot hear me clearly, right?
Yes, there's a little bit of background noise from your end, especially when you're doing meditation.
Yeah.
Because you are, just letting everyone know. Can you explain a little bit about where you are at right now?
Sorry, Wilson, but I didn't explain later because I thought it was not important. But I'm currently having a training. Is a team coaching training, and we just step out of the training 1 hour and the common space of the venue. So I was lucky to find this corner, which is quite isolated. But there are some music going around.
Music.
Background, right? So I really apologize for that, but I was committed to do the class. I wanted to do the session. I wanted to do so. That's okay. Thank you. Thank you for understanding. I will try to speak a little loudly, maybe, or if any question is not clear when you go into the presentation, just pop up. There's actually in the chat, on the chat, and me or can get.
I'll facilitate that. Right. Yeah.
Thank you.
So do you just want to talk a bit more about that particular question? Last time we were talking about is it showing your vulnerability when you are doing this self-compassion exercise?
Yeah. So yes, as you said, the last time we talked about mindfulness, self-compassion, right? It was mindfulness, self-compassion. So the three concepts of mindfulness, having the three core principles, be mindfully, be aware of what is going on in you in the moment. So observing, be present without judgment. That's mindfulness, the part of mindfulness. And recognize that is usually when you use mindfulness, self-compassion, is because something not easy is happening to you. Right? So you are there with your pain, and I really highlight with your pain means it's not that you are upset or you identify with that, but as we said in the practice, embracing that you're there, welcoming, right? As a guest house also, we are a guest house, our emotions. So, but then there is the common humanity when you feel like that you are part of the human being, and as I'm suffering, also other people might share the same suffering. So do not be alone. And then we go to the loving kindness when you provide this kind of nourishment with sentences of love and kindness. And then we call this the inside of self-compassion, because you stay with yourself, your pain, you pause, as you Ciao say, you pause and you say that let's go with that. What is happening? What do you want to tell me, right? What is going there? And this is a kind of really tender nourishment coming from, so the practice we do the smile help you to calm down. And then after you calm down, you can get into your, the touch, be in touch with your emotions, let's say. So it is, this is what you call in because for who is not familiar with Chinese philosophy, yin is the feminine side, the internal side, the dark side, the calm side. So that's also representing the icon here. But of course, I we said, what about when someone is really piss me off a lot and I'm not feeling the respect? Should I stay calm and just say, oh, I'm suffering? No, no, exactly. Christine Neff, with Christopher Germer, who are the two researchers of mindfulness self-compassion. They said mostly for women, let's say, because Christina Neff, she's quite strong woman. She said most of the women, we need to stand up. We need to have our young strength. And young strength means young energy is the energy of action, literally action. So put that into compassion is when I step out, means I stand up, but with the heart, with the intention to protect myself. To say I need my respect. And so this is a true strength, and as beautiful is representing here in these yin-yang icons, you can see there is no one strand detached for the other, are all harmonizing, all together. Is a circle, right? So it's going, there is no limits, there is no end of start, let's say. So if you go to, yeah, exactly, as a eights, right? So like that. We call it allness, infinite, whatever.
Yeah, infinite.
Yeah, different religions, different terminologies. So, but I leave really the interpretation of each one. That is, one is into the other, as you can say, the white into the black into the other. And they took this literally in order to explain what is yin yang, compassion. There is no, you have to be yin because I'm a woman, and you need to be yang because you're a man. But women can also have a strength, a dignity to defend. And men equally can be need to have a kind of softness, tenderness. So, right, so it doesn't matter the gender, doesn't matter the religion, doesn't matter the culture. Both those strengths in a yang and also in compassion, young compassion, really have to merge in our body, in ourselves, right? So I wonder if it does make sense of what I'm saying to all the audience, or any question at the moment?
Yeah, any questions, any thoughts, comments at the moment?
Yeah.
Before we move on. Yes, no, all good. Okay, cool. Actually, I just want to add a little bit of story here.
Yeah, sure.
Just when we are talking about the young side of compassion, I was just listening to a podcast from Tara Brach the other day, and she had a beautiful metaphor talking about the compassion, the young side of compassion. You know, we all know that, you know, when we are being treated not in a fair way, then we have to stand up, protect ourselves, providing us what we need at that particular moment of time, and motivating us to actually do something about it. But at the same time, Tara was saying that you are able to, when you truly have that level of compassion, you can actually still hold the compassion for the other person while protecting yourself. And she used a story. She said, you know, when you're going through, for example, when you're going through a bush track or a walk, and then you saw a dog was really barking very loudly at you, and like you look very angry and very pissed off. And then initially you might feel so scared, and then you might feel angry because you didn't do anything to the dog, but the dog just keeps barking at you. And then when you actually go past the dog, and then you can see, actually the dog's leg has been trapped, and he's in extreme pain. That's why he's so frustrated, and he's so loudly barking at you. And at this particular point of time, you suddenly have that compassion, like your initial anger, resentment's gone, but instead you actually have the compassion. But does it mean that you're going to get close to the dog? No way. You're going to walk away.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful. Thanks for sharing. Yes, it actually means the action I'm talking about. Here I already described the three, say, principles that Christina Neff got is protection, providing for our needs, and motivation. So nothing to do with the other. You know, it's not because the other. Also the basic fundamental question when you have to use yin or yang compassion is, what do I need? What I need in this moment? Do I need to stay with myself because I've been hurting and I really need my space? So go for yin, nourishment, tenderness, whatever. Or do I need to act, to really take action for protecting myself, right? For providing to my need, for my need, and motivating myself. So it's nothing to do exactly with the other. That's very important. Otherwise, it's becoming aggressivity is becoming the constructive action. Constructive action, right? Yes.
You might want to control the other person, which usually most of the time we can't.
Exactly.
But we can choose how do we respond to that rather than react to that. It's like that dog, you know.
Beautiful.
When you actually walk past that, you're able to see the other side of the dog, and you know that's really like some people in life. They are reacting in a very mean and very not so nice way, maybe because they have some of their traumas they need to go through and process. But that doesn't mean that we allow those people. We don't say, oh, because you have trauma to sort out. That doesn't discount the harm that you're going to do to me. So how am I going to respond to that? That's my responsibility, isn't it?
Exactly means it's not because they are suffering, so I need to accept everything they're doing to me because they're suffering.
And be a doormat.
Right?
No.
But the response, I would say, is not more a reaction to the stimulus, is more a response. And here mindfulness becoming very, very a pillar, I would say.
It's critical.
To pause and say, well, is suffering, I did something to me, so how should I protect myself and my need before the situation? And you can decide to go and maybe caress the dog and just say, I know you're painful, I'm painful as well, so we have a common humanity in this moment, so that's all cool. Or you can say that it's too much for me, anyhow, and you pass away, right? You pass away and you don't discriminate, you're not judging, and you stay what has happened to you. So for me, going through many practice of mindful self-compassion, I was sharing with my mentor, mindfulness is the fundamental pillar before getting into any kind of decision in how to befriend or how to move on. Yes.
Absolutely. Lovely. Great. And the next picture, our favorite.
Yes.
Do you want to say anything about that, Laura?
Yeah, I really enjoy when you showed me the first time the picture because it's really so clear, so evident. I don't know for the other people in the group, but here we have a beautiful bird and what Christina Neff identifies as a mama bear.
Mama bear,
yeah, exactly, mama bear, exactly. And mama bear because the tenderness, this in compassion is the mama bear, right? The
hugging
the cups, hug the cup and say, I want to protect you, I want to get you softness, warm, etc. By the same time, I'm strong, I'm big. If someone is coming and bothering us, I take away our food, I can shut up. So she identified mama bear because mama in somehow is holding the inside of compassion, love, right? For my cup, for myself, for my tribe. But in the same time also she's able to attack someone and to get there. And here Christina Neff identifies she's going into action for protection, for providing the need that she's or the cups are missing. So, exactly, she's the same person, she's the same animal, let's say, she's the same person, right? She's not separate. That's why we need to have this kind of awareness. What is going on in the moment and what is the best way to meet our needs. So if the moment is to stay with my cups and just take care of that, say, darling, don't worry, it's fine, let's go for that. If the moment say, darling, stay there, I go to action now because I need to get us be respected. So I jump into the action. but it's the same person. So the yin yang also come back again. There are harmony, right? The harmony, the equilibrium, the balance.
Yes.
And, yeah.
And also the mindfulness. You got to really be mindful and become aware whether you are reacting because of your emotions or you're actually responding and building a kind of responding in a constructive way. That requires mindfulness.
Absolutely mindfulness, be conscious, be aware and be conscious also what is right.
What do I want to create right now at this moment? What kind of relationship I'm going to build? What kind of person do I want to be at this particular moment? Even, you know, you go.
What is my need? What do I want to meet this person going, if the person is going there and talk there, or it's better for me also because we need to consider how we are in that moment. So be aware of how you feel moment. I feel too tired. I feel
hungry.
Hungry is actually
sleepy.
Sleepy is actually the acronym, right? So I'm sleepy, too hungry, to whatever. It might be the awareness is telling you, oh, step out for a little bit, pause, and go back maybe next time, right? It doesn't mean that you avoid the conflict, but you prepare yourself in a better way. Otherwise, it would be maybe effortless what you are doing. And that's why another very important definition, if you want, is when you combine these two strengths, because there are quality strength in a yang. What they call is carrying force, where the carrying is the inside, and when the force is the yang side. So you're acting, as Ciao was saying, is acting with compassion, with your intention. That's important. The intention is, I want to protect myself. I want to protect my tribe, I say. So carrying force is what everyone should cultivate it by recognize that sometimes we need to be tender to ourselves. Sometimes we need to be stronger to ourselves as well, to protect ourselves. And I found this an act of courage, big courage.
And wisdom. When to respond at what. That's a huge wisdom lying down there.
Exactly. Courage, because, also the culture can be a big limit. Say, that goes back to women, let's say, but I would say also men. In some culture, men need to be a little softer. In other culture, women need to be a little softer. But when happened that you need to stand up, maybe because the cultural limits, you say, I cannot. And then become really a very intense burden for you, emotional burdens, right? So this is a discrimination race. They use a lot in the United States, this carrying force during the last year when in the United States there was a lot of discrimination acts coming on. But I can say in China, there is a lot of discrimination in many other countries. So I'm a foreigner living in a country that's not so welcoming foreigner in this moment, and we got discriminated a lot. That's why self-compassion was quite useful for me in terms of, it's that. So that's what I would like to share. I wanted to share with you, and aware that it's not very easy to get from.
I wonder whether there's any thoughts or questions at this stage from the community. Absolutely. Any questions, people? No, really? Nothing? All good?
Everyone's get clear, or some doubts, something that you think, I don't agree with that, I can't get that.
Wilson, do you have anything to say?
Yes.
Any questions?
Oh, actually, I have a question now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I was actually looking at your profile, and you talk about, I mean, it was very inspiring profile to read, and you actually told your whole life change once you go into that 10 days program. So could you able to talk about more about that 10-day program? You mentioned something called Vipassana or something.
You mean me? Ciao.
Yeah, yourself. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. Actually, yes, Vipassana is like kind of like mama version of mindfulness, I would say.
Yes.
It's quite an intense program. So you sit there 10 days, no talking, no mobile phone. You meditate about 14 hours a day, from 4:30 till 9:30. So you do the counting, except like lunch breaks and stuff like that. The rest of time, you just sit there. When you're sitting there so quietly for 10 days, there's no one else you can talk to or engage with, but only yourself. So all
Are you able to
those,
talk to your fellow colleagues as well?
no, nobody. You can't talk at all. For 10 days, you can't talk at all, unless there's like absolute emergency. You can talk to your managers, like they have a course manager, or you can talk to the teachers at the lunch break for about like 10 minutes. Anything to do with the meditation, you can ask. But they are not there for any philosophical debate or any philosophical entertainment, no. So that really opened up my horizon and self-understanding, awareness, and a lot of it becomes really clear, like all those self-doubt just starts merging, surfacing, and then all those fear, anxiety, you started to see what they truly are. And of course, there's also some teaching. There's like about 1.5 hours of teaching every night. And that's wisdom combined with practice. Usually there's a lot of intellectual entertaining out there, many programs, courses. You sit there and listen to the wisdom. Oh, yeah, so good. But you don't practice in life. But in Vipassana, there's no bullshit. You come and sit for 14 hours and then for 10 hours, and then I'm going to give you some teaching. And then the next day you keep practicing. So it's a very practical, intensive, hands-on program, where, I don't know, like for me, it was transformative. It's actually donation based. It's not like you don't have to pay anything. You just pay at the end of the course, based on how you feel about that program. And that has been running like that for like a few decades now. Yeah, if anyone can go to that program, I'll highly recommend that. If they can accept you, they also have certain criteria that you need, like application process you need to go through. But yeah, absolutely fantastic, amazing. And ever since that, actually, I don't mind sharing this little story. I shared it with Laura. After I went to that meditation retreat, I actually came out and canceled my wedding. And then I was just about to get married in 2 months. And then I canceled that wedding and broke up with my ex-partner. Of course, it was a very difficult journey. But now when I look back, I don't regret it at all. Not saying that the other person is a bad person. He's a lovely guy. But just I can see, that relationship really wasn't for the best of either of us. And I also changed my career. I used to be an event and marketing professional, but I shifted my career to coaching, which I really enjoy and love. I'm passionate about still until today. And those two things all happened within 6 months after I attended Vipassana. So yeah, huge transformation for myself. But yes, I always say it's not for everyone, and everyone has its own timing to try Vipassana. But if you can, yeah, why not give it a try?
Thank you so much for sharing. I mean, it's really inspiring. I was had a time to look at your profile before this meeting because I didn't really knew about you rather than connecting on the LinkedIn. So after reading it, actually quite inspiring. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks for asking. Yeah, Wilson, do you have anything to say?
That's all right. I'm quite understanding. Now, back to 4 years ago, I can't understand it, especially like self-compassion. And today I know that I have yin and yang as a different side of the self-compassion. Yeah, that's normally we know the yin side, I think. Yeah, but the yang side, we don't think as compassion, you know. It's like attacking, you know, like I don't know.
Actually, I wouldn't say attacking, but you know, like when you actually learn, like when you're truly embodying self-compassion, you also have the compassion towards the other person, and you probably along the way you will learn how to express your anger and frustration in a constructive way or in a healthy way. And that's where like a lot of techniques can come in, such as like nonviolence communication. You know, for example, that's a very famous, effective way of communicating your frustration, using I statement rather than you statement, or like using like 4 classical steps of expressing your frustration, all that good jazz. You can, you know, Google it up. But yeah, providing, protecting, motivating, absolutely critical.
Absolutely, yeah. And thanks for saying that, because it's true. You said, how can I be compassionate in acting when I have to stand up? But I recollect that something that Dalai Lama said during a summit when he was talking about emotions. He was inviting a lot of researchers, psychologists, psychiatrists. They said, I want you guys be scientists to explain to me what emotions are. And they stayed together for 10 days, for Daniel Seeger to Jack Humphrey, Tara Brach was already there, etc. So the conclusion was all emotions are equally important for our life. So there is no, so really is very all dated, what we call negative, positive emotion. There is not there. There is more what we call constructive and deconstructive. And he took a very, very clear example for me about anger. Anger, when you talk about anger, usually you go to the negative side, let's say, what's anger? But anger can become very constructive when you defend your principle. So when someone is getting over your values and you get angry for that, you have to say, my respect was not being respected. My authenticity, whatever my value was not there. So anger can become the intention of acting with anger is coming from the heart, right? It's not getting there for harming someone or let's say killing someone. And this is action. This is young part of compassion. Yes.
Lovely, thanks. And we actually have quite a nice quote here talking about, you know, self-acceptance. And I know that Tara Brach has been talking about the radical acceptance quite a bit. The curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. I think, you know, why this is actually connected to the young side of self-compassion is because when we are doing kind of practicing self-compassion, usually there's quite a bit of self-criticism, self-blame going on, isn't it? Like, oh, I should have done that. Oh, I was so stupid. Oh, you know, I could have done better. Stuff like that. But actually, everyone at every single moment are doing their best to, you know, at that particular point of time. And unless we really start accepting us as who we were at that particular point of time, it's very hard for us to actually move to the scale of young side of self-compassion, such as taking actions and making change and motivating ourselves to change and stuff like that. So I think that's quite a nice quote, just to, you know, put it down here for people to take away, think about it.
Absolutely. Yeah. I completely agree that you know, is as I said, is an act of courage to accept ourselves. So it's required really to step into an action, said, I'm stay with myself first. So I pause with myself in order to get into the acceptance. And what Tara Brach was mentioning in the beautiful book of Radical Acceptance, right? Radical in this point, coming from Latin, means root. It doesn't mean extreme, it's the root. So radical acceptance, going back to who you are.
Yeah.
Despite of what the people are seeing you, judging you. So stay with who you are. And from there, start to change, transforming yourself. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So accepting yourself doesn't mean like, oh, this is who I am. So, I'm all good. I'm perfect.
Yes.
Like, I don't have to do anything. It's not like that. But again, keeping that yin and yang balance. I accept myself as who I am, but yet at the same time, I'm willing to motivate myself and make a difference next time. How can I respond differently next time while staying true to myself? Yeah, I actually have a really funny little story to share. Recently, a friend of mine, he just started his new dating relationship. And recently, his girlfriend actually kind of changed plans with him quite a few times, like flipping the plans a couple of times. And today he was actually really pissed off. He said, why girls always change their ideas? She promised me that we're going out today, and now she's canceling our appointments, and we're not going out again. And I so look forward to see her. And then I was like, okay, so what's her reason? She said, and then my friend said, oh, she says she's kind of sick, not feeling well. And I was like, well, then, she's sick. What can you do? And then my friend's like, yeah, but she keeps changing ideas from time to time. And even I was very upset and even a little bit angry at that point. I still told her, rest well and drink more water, and we will make another time to talk about it. And then, so he's staying with his authentic self, which he's trying to be a caring and compassionate guy, but yet at the same time, he's sensing his anger. He said, I am going to talk to her about this, keep changing plan thing, but after she feels better. So he does have a plan, while at the same time, he's becoming aware of his emotions, and he's going to do something about it. So I think that was just a beautiful yin and yang there, right there.
Definitely, thanks for sharing that. And is coming to me, what I feel there is a lot of empathy. He was really using the empathy, be empathetic to his girlfriend and to him as well.
Yes. Both.
Yes, to him as well. So empathy is empathy is the primary step before getting to compassion. Because without be there listening, literally listening without judging what the other person are telling you, then you can sense, you can feel, right? And then you can decide to, exactly as your friend, to provide some comfort word or whatever. So yeah, beautiful that. Very, very. This was not easy.
No.
So
and my friend was exactly talking about because I said, oh, wow, well done. Like, you've done so well, amazingly well, it's so good. And he's like, he's very wise. He said, usually I'm a caring and compassionate guy, but I sense that this piece of compassion and love is particularly precious today because I was very angry. And I was like, spot on. Absolutely, you're right. That was precious, but you've made it.
You made it. Exactly.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Thanks a lot.
Right. We still got the last few minutes, and do you think that and let's ask the pause a little bit, ask the community, and see whether there's any more thoughts or questions coming through.
Exactly. Sure. Yeah.
Yes, no, yes.
Anything might resonate to you? No. As I said,
Hua wants to talk. Hello, Hua.
Yes.
She's not talking. That's all right. Then maybe if that's okay, how long do you think the yin and yang meditation is going to take?
Yeah, I will try it to less than 10 minutes. I think I can make it.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Actually, I'm thinking it's today because your background is a bit noisy.
Yes.
So I think maybe is it okay if we skip that one, but we can share that yin and yang meditation clip in the group.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, then,
I'm very apologize for this situation, but it's
all good.
Out of my control, and thanks everyone for being compassionate to me. Right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. If you can share the link with us.
I will share the links if I found it, absolutely, or maybe this transcript as well. And And also what I add is, I think for my side, at least, I'm very open to also receiving questions on the chat, because sometimes people need to process, right? So
yes.
So me and Ciao are very, very generous too, very happy to be there.
Yeah,
and also,
I'll do my best.
Right, and also I'm also very happy to coach, absolutely, based on my mindfulness, self-compassion skills. So anyone want to, by donation, it's really a pleasure for me to be able to get people more equipped with the tools, if you want, to embrace life. So if anyone wants to try 40 minutes of coaching, this is my contact.
Yes. So just saying that Laura is offering meta coaching to everyone.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes.
So it's a 40 minutes mindfulness somatic coaching, and with a donation. So you can, pay Laura afterwards,
absolutely.
however you feel like.
Yes.
And metta actually means compassion, love. So right. And feel free to contact Laura. You all know how to reach out to her, I'm sure. So if there's no more questions, then probably we'll kind of end here, and then we can carry on the chat in the group. That's not a problem.
Yes, exactly. Right.
Any last few words you want to say to us, Laura, before we go?
I say grateful to everyone for being here, and also for the presence. I'm aware that it's not an easy topic. I'm also when Kaiser Wilson was sharing coming to young self-compassion, what does make sense for that? So definitely it's something that we can go and carry on for a few other sessions, because take time. And as we shared last time, it's a matter of practice and go through some lines. Yes. I appreciate it. Thanks, Laura. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. It's not an intellectual entertaining game. It's really about practicing that in real life. Absolutely. The more we keep trying, the stronger the muscle will be. Mindfulness is a muscle you can train with your brain, as well as self-compassion.
Yeah, definitely. As you invite me to share the practice, I will also be happy to share the practice we did the last time, this mindful self-compassion break. Right, if in the chat where Christopher Gurmey is guiding the meditation, so you can really feel also from the research himself how he's doing.
Yes, I do feel that, after practicing self-compassion for about 2.5 years now, whenever I'm having those, I still have those self-critical thoughts. I still have them, but there's another louder voice coming out these days, like, no, that's not true, Ciao. Like, that's you're bullshitting yourself.
Definitely. And
you're not stupid. Like that voice starts rising, eh?
And thanks for reminding, because again, I remind to myself, I remind to my clients, I remind to the people approaching me, we are human beings. And the definition of human being are imperfect, vulnerable, and mortal. So do not get too hard with you, because we are that, and you are allow yourself to fail, allow yourself to feel bad, allow yourself to do not do the best you can for once, twice. But
unless we accept ourselves as who we were, then we can change.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right, thank you very much, everyone, for the time tonight. And thank you, Laura, for really squeezing an hour out, during your busy training schedule. I hope you enjoy the rest of your training. I wouldn't hold you any longer.
Okay, thanks so much.
We're keeping chatting in the chat box.
Right, and then keep in touch. Thank you. Yes, thanks.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good evening. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. And I'll stop the recording now.